The Slate VSX headphones just got a brand new 4.0 update. Ironically, this 4.0 update brings us 4 main new features, and we're going to be taking a look at all of them in this video. Now, the most significant update is an all new updated modeling technology. So it's meant to sound better, more 3D, and really just doing the whole VSX thing better than it used to do the VSX thing before. Now, the next thing they're doing is they're giving us the ability to use VSX on a system-wide level. So if you're using a PC, a Mac, and you want to use this thing on your desktop, you previously couldn't do that before unless you were doing some weird workarounds. So if using your VSX on your desktop or anywhere on your computer is something of interest to you, then you can be able to do that now. Now, the third one is specifically with the VSX software. They've introduced a mini mode where you can sort of like dock it anywhere in your DAW. This doesn't sound too significant, but I've used it a little bit now and it's actually surprisingly handy. It's not something I thought I'd ever want, but I do. And the last one is they've added a new room, which is just modeled off an iPhone loudspeaker. It's not the sort of thing that you're going to go crazy over, but sometimes having those weird rooms just to sort of like sanity check things can actually be pretty helpful. And hey, a free room to the Platinum members, so that's always muchly appreciated. All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into the DAW and take a look at all of these new features. Now, it goes without saying that if you're not using VSX headphones, what we're about to do is going to sound super crazy, especially if you're using loudspeakers. I remember when I was shopping for VSX headphones, it was very hard to sort of tell on your existing setup how it sounds in the headphones, but trust me, the effect is a lot better when you finally get a set of these and chuck them on. And if you're a VSX owner, this is going to be super handy for you because you can hear things firsthand, how it's going to sound. So we can see here, we've got everything bypassed. I'll just engage it. So the first one is they have new modeling technology. So if we go over to the settings tab here, we can see that it's using this new 4.0. What you can do is you can take it down to the 3.0. So if you're really in tune with all your different room sounds and you're like, hey, I don't want to get this new thing because, you know, I'm just so used to the current one, even though there may be a better technology, it's just going to ruin your workflow. Totally understand. This is for like working professionals as well as hobbyists and YouTubers like me. So you can go back to that 3.0. You can change them on a room to room basis. So maybe you really like one, but you're happy with the rest. To upgrade to 4.0, you can do that kind of thing. I'm just going to do change all, and it's going to be really hard unless you really dial things in and sort of A/B them. I might do that towards the end of the video, depending how long we run here, but let's just have a listen to it. It might sound subtle at first, but let's choose one of my presets. Let's just go with Steven's Mix Room. Let's play this and have a few listens on 3.0, then we'll change it to 4.0. It's a hard phenomena to grasp, and you know, even getting VSX when you first get it, you really need to put it through its paces and get really in tune with the sound. So I'm not fully immersed in the 4.0 sound now because the update just came out in the last 24 hours, but it's definitely evident going from 3 to 4. There's like this fidelity that's there. Like I said, it's really hard and it's something that I'm going to have to comment on over time, but at a glance, it definitely feels like a step in the right direction. Let's go back to 3.0 and listen to a different room and see if we can notice any sort of bigger changes. I'm also not slamming the sound here because I'm trying to talk and make this video, but there's definitely a lot more depth, a lot more fidelity going on there. Like I said, I can't comment on the longevity of this, but at a glance, it's a very welcomed improvement. I'm not like insanely dialed into the 3.0 sound, so I'm just going to dive headfirst into the 4.0. I'll probably do a follow-up video on this in the next couple months. I haven't done a full review of the Slate headphones, so it's probably going to be a good opportunity to do a full review and talk about that 4.0 firmware as well. So the next thing we spoke about was the ability to use these in system-wide. Unfortunately, the PC beta is coming in the next 2 weeks. They currently have it Mac beta at the moment. That's just unfortunately because everything in the PC world seems to be a lot harder to do than the Mac. When I first got these, I thought that I'd want to use them in a system-wide environment, and maybe there would be some times that I just want to pull up Spotify and quickly use it. I guess that's kind of handy. I have metric A/B now, so I can fire that up in the DAW and do the Slate VSX thing onto existing tracks, so that's super handy. I guess, you know, more features is better. I'm not going to complain about it. Unfortunately, I can't test it now because I've got a PC here. But if you're on a Mac, comment down below. Let me know how that's working out for you. And hey, if you're this far in the video, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. Stay up to date with all things amps, pedals, pickups. All right, so the next thing here, you can see here, I've got a lower resolution monitor here, my second monitor. We have this mini mode, which is super, super handy. It's handy on my ultra wide screen and it's handy on this sort of monitor. I was using it today and I just sort of like docked it up there. And when you want to flick through the rooms, first of all, it's very unobtrusive now. So I can go about my mixing session. I can do whatever I need to do all my edits. It's completely out of the way. It's not like, you know, hovering down here, especially when I put it into this mode. There's just no way you're leaving that up on the screen there. So having that docked has really made this sort of VST going from something that I'll just pull up sort of towards the end of a mix to something I'm probably going to start incorporating and leaving docked somewhere in the screen. I'll find a space for it. But yeah, you know, you can just bypass it. If we engage something, I've purposely not done that because that's the quickest way to cheese your ears out. I just wanted to show you that it was working. But yeah, being able to quickly take it off bypass. I do leave it bypassed all the time, and I take it off just in certain spots when I want to like spot check the low end, the high end, how the mids are sitting, all that kind of stuff. So being able to spot check it, any workflow improvement, super, super handy. I'm loving this mini mode. Now the last one was that new room. So let's go back into full screen. Let's unbypass it and go through the room browsing. And this cell phone one is the brand new one that I've done. So let's take a listen on one of my presets, which is the LCD headphones. Let's take a listen to this. Maybe a couple of people listening to your mix on iPhone loudspeaker is something that you really, really, really want to spot check. And now you can do that. I think in the Slate promo material, he was saying that it was really helpful for finding like vocals, just how that top end sort of sits with each other. Hey, it's just another tool to use in your arsenal. If that's interesting, it's in there now. There we have it. Those are all the features in the VSX 4.0. Now, you know, they're really 4 easy bullet points to read, but that first one, the all new modeling technology, that's like, you know, a Line 6 Helix getting a massive update, a Kemper getting an update, a Fractal Audio unit getting an update. These things are like big things, and you know, you can't just sort of cycle through things and just go at a glance, yeah, this sounds great, or, you know, oh, it doesn't sound any better than what it used to sound before. This is stuff that you need to spend time with, especially when it comes to mixing and the VSX software and hardware. This is the sort of thing that you want to hear the nuances, you want to go through mixes, you need to do the mixes, you need to see how they translate. Maybe things are going to be worse with this update. More than likely, things are going to be better. You know, if the Slate guys are hammering away, working on these massive updates, you know, I'm pretty confident that things are going to be good over time. But hey, I can't say that now. I'm going to have to do a follow-up video in like 3 months to make some final comments on that. And look, those other updates, that mini mode, super, super handy. It's something that I never thought that I would use. I just never thought about having it docked there, but seeing it in action, it is actually something that I probably will leave docked legitimately. So that's a really, really handy feature to have in there. The system-wide thing, you know, I did touch on that. I think at a glance it's something that I'm not going to use, but hey, maybe once it's there in the PC realm, it will be something that I'll use more often than not. It's just something that I need to get my hands on, but I'm pretty excited about that. The new phone mode, honestly, I'll probably glance through it a couple times. It's not something I'm super hyped for, but hey, it's there. It's free as part of the Platinum owners. Nothing you can complain about. So if you have any comments about the VSX 4.0 update or VSX in general, these seem to be such a polarizing set of headphones. You know, some people love it, some people hate it, some people like just want to know more and more about it. So if you have any questions about the update or the headphones in general, don't forget to drop them below. If you want to talk about this stuff in my Discord, I have my own server where all guitar nerds, mixing nerds all come together. We talk about all that sort of stuff. So if you want to join Discord and ask questions away, contribute, all that cool stuff, I'll leave links down below. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. Everything helps with the channel. If you stayed to this part of the video, then you're a real trooper. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Slate VSX 4.0. Good stuff. Go download it.